it's just the guys that have to, you know, make the first move or whatever. I feel like anybody can make any move. If you see somebody that you think you guys might gel, or you think something might happen between you people, there's nothing wrong with shooting your shots. Yes, I said it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. I'm so happy to have you here, watch my videos and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you have subscribed, and if you haven't already, please click the red button down below and subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and it would make me happy. So today we're going to be talking about something very, I don't know, a couple of my friends have asked me this, and I said I was going to do a video a very long time ago, but I just kept procrastinating about, you know, shooting this video, and today, voila, we're here. But for now, we're just going to be talking about shooting your shots on social media. Shooting your shot doesn't always have to mean that we must, you know, end up in a relationship, we must date or whatever. I can see someone that I feel like, we should be friends, I like you, and I'll shoot my shot. Have I shot my shot before? I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about myself. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, making the first move. I feel like shooting your shot is just making the first move, you know, to talking to somebody. So, and also, if you follow these steps, which I'm going to give, let's say steps or whatever, advice or whatever, you know, if you follow them, possibly you may land, you know, you may finally eventually shoot your shot and you would hit somebody, and the person will, you know, would return the favor or whatever. Anyways, it may work, it may not work, but you have to understand that there are two answers that you could get when you shoot your shot. There is no in between. It's either yes or no. Yes, that you may be able to like date the person or be friends with the person, or know that they would ignore you, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the answer no. Do you get? So if they say no, you move on, the next person. I mean, there are over how many people, how many billions of people in the world already. So if one person doesn't work, you shouldn't cry over spilled milk. Move on to the next person. Life goes on. So the first thing I would say about shooting your shot, especially online, for a girl or for a guy, is that you have to do your research. Like, I can't even stress it. You cannot just see somebody for today. Maybe you just see a post on Explore and you just see a finance guy or a finance guy, and you're like, oh my god, I want that girl, I want that guy, and the next thing you're already sending messages and all of that jazz. No, don't be a stalker, because that's just disgusting. Nobody wants to talk to a stalker. So first of all, if you see somebody that you like, you don't have to follow the person immediately. You have to go through their posts. See, that's why you cannot just be shooting your shots if you are not ready. There's nothing like half shooting shots, or you have to be in it. If it doesn't work out, you can now, you know, pack your slippers and move to the next place. So basically, you have to go to their you have to even say, if you have data for it or you have the time for it, go even down to their first post, see what their captions are about, how they, you know, write their captions, what kind of pictures they take, because that would, you know, give you a picture of, you know, just a brief picture of who they are, you know, what the kind of person they are, the kind of things they like, you know, just general overview of who they are. Basically, you can even, if they use their real names on let's say, let me use Instagram for example. If they use their real names on Instagram, you can use their names to search for them on Facebook. You can do a Google search and then, you know, run all that FBI search on them. Go on Google, search them on Google, search them out on Twitter, search them out on Facebook. Facebook is very important. It shows things as old as 2009, 2010, 2008 or whatever. Do you get what I mean? And there is also, you can also find things about them on LinkedIn as well. You can check LinkedIn and see, you know, see what they are, you know, career-wise, you know, who they are professionally, see if their values or if who they are aligned to what you want as for a friend, what you want in a friend or in a partner or whatever. And also, doing your research is also good for you to also tell if they are married, so you don't even start wasting your time. Because, you know, in Nigeria, like, when I see people say my boyfriend is a married man, I'm like, are you guys, like, it kills me all the damn time. Are you crazy? Why would but like I said, well, there's some people who they rather go and date somebody else's husband, but I still don't get the reason for that, and I feel like that is pure wickedness. That is coveting. That is stealing somebody's body. Or do you get what I mean? And yeah, so also you want to know if they're in a relationship. I know that even people are like, you know, I'm still single until I'm married, but at least you get to know if they're in a relationship. If you still want to shoot your shot further to see if the person will leave whoever they're dating for you, or if you want to be friends with the person, whatever, but shall know what their status is at the moment. Through your research, you can go on under their comments to see who's dropping the hats, see who's giving air kisses and all of that jazz. The next step you do is to follow the person. You know, there are two things I would do before I follow somebody. If their recent posts on Instagram, let's say their most recent post, they really said something, their caption was really something that was deep, like motivating, whatever they said was very motivating or very informative or funny, or it was just something that they said, you know, I would quickly what I would do is I would first of all go like that post. If I was to advise you, you know, go like that post and you can follow, so it looks like you saw that and you like that, and that's why you're following. Or if you see maybe they commented on a popular page, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even advise you to start chasing people that comment too much on popular pages, unless what they're saying makes sense, but if they're just talking blatant rubbish all the time, I don't know why you want to talk to that kind of person, unless you want to advise the person to keep quiet. But anywho, yeah, so you could, if they commented something that was very smart, very informative on a popular page, if you go there, like it up and follow them. If they follow you back, then I mean, that's something, you're onto something. That's a step, you're getting there, you're getting closer to the prize. But if they don't, I promise you, I don't see the point. You know, I wouldn't, because I hate it when you send somebody a DM and it literally just goes to their you know, where Instagram sends you notification that people have requested to send a message, and it just hangs there. Most times I don't even go to that column, to be honest. So I'm so sorry they don't follow you back. After that, like if they follow you back, which is a very good step, they follow you back, nice one. What you can now do would be to go and like some pictures. See, I'm not saying that you should go and like 10 posts. No, I feel like you have to be very strategic. But don't go and start liking old pictures. Go and like a very recent picture. If it's only one recent picture, like only that recent picture. And the picture you have to like has to be a bomb-ass picture. Don't just like maybe where they have ice cream dripping off their mouth. I don't know who has ice cream dripping. Ice cream picture, a picture of them in ice cream dripping off their mouth. I don't know who's got that on their page. But I'm just saying, like, go like one of their balls, so that when they see the notification, they're like, this person is feeling me where I was feeling myself. You should like 2-3 pictures. I would say 3 or 4 maximum. And you can also like the ones that that have maybe pictures that have some sort of like purpose, maybe pictures that are showing some part of their life where they're doing things that they love. If they love going on adventures, hiking, you know, adventurous games, or just something that is very inspiring, things like that, you could, to support them, you could also like as well. You know, that kind of gets people's attention, especially when you like things that they really like. Do you get what I mean? So when you've strategically liked their pictures, so obviously you've drawn some attention, and usually someone that it's been done, they'll go to your page and check you out. Even if you went and liked all their pictures, they'll still notice you and check you out. If they feel like, oh, this person, I think I can talk to this person, or I think I also like this person, they would eventually go like your own photos as well, you know, return the favor. People usually do that. But or sometimes they may not, you know, they don't really care if they see you as a fan, but that should not stop you. Should that stop you? No. Obviously, then this is where the mind work, the mind game, whatever. This is where you have to think. You have to be smart, and at the same time your confidence level. And even if you get rejection, you should brace up. Like, don't be hard on yourself. You have to really be strategic about how to hit the DM. Don't just go to someone's DM and be like, hi, okay, what? Because if you just do hi in my page or in my DM, I'm just going to be like, what does this one want? Do you have something to sell me? Please. And I don't know why you're trying to sell me something. Like, what the hell is hi? No, like, if you want to say, especially when you don't know this person and they don't know you, and obviously you've tried to like them, even if they are even fancying you based on you've liked their pictures and they've noticed you and they really like you or they want to talk to you, you're saying hi to them, they're almost like, okay, say something, you know. So I feel I won't tell you what to do. You can start with nice pickup lines. If you don't have anything to say, you can start with very cheesy or very funny pickup lines that would make somebody be like, lol, really, you know, just stir up some like emotions so they could maybe laugh or something. But try not to like pick on sensitive things. Like, don't go pick on sensitive matters. It's never that deep yet, you know. Let's all not just see you and just X you out from the start. Do you get what I mean? So, and don't go for expensive jokes. Try to crack jokes that you think are funny, even if it's not funny. I mean, they can just, even if it doesn't always have to be funny, but it should have the intention of being funny. Do you get what I mean? And when you're trying to hit the DM, you have to be very creative. Even if you don't have a joke or anything funny to say, you can start with a story. You can tell a story, you know. But I'm not saying write me an epistle. And when you're telling this story, what should actually influence your storytelling should be the sort, because you have done your research, so you know the sort of things that interest this person, so you can put the dots together and compose something. But I'm not saying you should go and lie and go and compose Nigerian film. Nope, it has to be truthful. You have to say the truth. If it's something that you made up, you can say, oh, this is a fiction. Do you get what I mean? If it's a movie, you say, oh, this is a movie I saw, and you know, this is what I thought, or whatever you want to say. Do you get what I mean? But if it's not real, basically stating there that it's not real, that it's made up, or you're just wondering their opinion or whatever. And another thing you could do to like hit the DM would be commenting on their stories. So Instagram, obviously, you know the feature on Instagram where you can like put up like an Insta story or whatever. If it's something that they've put up, but you have to be very careful with that. If it's something like their birthday or something that they expect the whole public to respond to, I'll tell you that's not a good way to message them, because they won't really notice you, they won't really care about your message, because they expect everybody to really like comment on it. So what is different about yours? Well, unless your response is so unique that they had to comment something extra after that. If not, trust me, you're just going to get lost in the crowd, and they'll just look at you as a fan, or someone who's just a fan of their work or whatever. So I'll say stay away from things that you know that they expect people to comment on. Rather, comment on things that they just put up there that they least expect people. Obviously, like the contrast, the opposite of that, basically. If you know they reply to your first creative, awesome, funny, whatever it is, DM, you have tried, you've gone there, girl, you've done it, you hooked a brother. Yeah, you've done it. Like, you're great. It's not there yet, but trust me, this is a V good. V. Remember, like in primary school, when your teacher gives you a V good, or they give you 2 V's, you know that you've done well. So, but that's a very fragile level, anyways. I mean, it's so fragile because you could easily lose the person, even if you worked so hard, or you could easily lose the person's attention. Like, you could so lose the person's attention so quickly, because you've gone so far, yet you're still nowhere. Do you get what I mean? So you have to be very careful when you get your first response. Take the lead. You have to take the lead of the conversation, but I also have to also watch their reactions. So also that's where you could throw in a compliment, but you have to be very careful. Maybe you could say that once and end it there, but don't go tell me you look so amazing in this picture, your smile, oh your teeth, oh your eyes, oh your nose, oh your complexion, oh girl, you can guard. No, I just feel like that's a bit much. If you must compliment, one compliment. Even the guy can say you know, I don't know what to even make you compliment at that point, but if you want compliment, once is fine. And any day, if you're someone that loves to naturally like compliment people, maybe it comes to you very natural, I would appreciate that you compliment them on other things. Say for instance, if you ask them something and they're answering, you can say, oh, that's a very smart answer, oh, that's a very nice thought. Comment positively. You must not say nice or something. Obviously, you don't just end it at nice because they're like, okay, that's nice. Okay, you say, okay, that's really great, because I see that you have done stuff like that, and people who are being affected by things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, let it not be as if you're just throwing out a compliment because you just want to try a compliment. I feel like try a compliment and show your reason why you so that it shows that you genuinely think that thing they're doing is nice or attractive. When you're trying to lead the conversations, try not to ask very close questions like yes or no questions which demand yes or no answers. Try to ask questions that are very open, such that you give them opportunity to speak and talk about themselves, and you as well, you can also show off your personality. But you have to be careful when you're talking to people that you haven't spoken to before. Try not to don't overly praise yourself. At the same time, don't bring yourself down. Don't try to downplay your character, but at the same time, don't be over the top. And don't talk too much as well. Like, nobody likes somebody that talks too much. Get their reaction. Are they following? And don't over talk on a topic. You know, when say for you're talking about something and you're still commenting on it, throwing ideas, throwing more light, it gets boring at some point. It gets tiring. You know, branch out. Try to be creative. You've gotten up to that. If you've gotten their attention up to that level and they are comfortable, you find that they're very comfortable talking to you, my dear, you have done something very great. Although you're not there yet, you can try to message them again. Say for instance, you had this conversation with them late in the night and you guys said your good nights or goodbyes. I wouldn't appreciate it if the following morning you just come and say, good morning, my angel, or good morning, girl, or good morning, baby. Or you're talking to a guy and like, good morning, handsome, you sleep while you dream of me. Like, who are you again? That's what I'm going to ask you. Who's this? Who's messaging? Why do you feel like, why are you so comfortable? Like, who told you were comfortable? Like, what's that? I wouldn't appreciate it to just the next one. No, let me tell you, the fact that you spoke to someone yesterday was just small talk. Let me tell you something. It's just like me, like, sometimes I talk to strangers. If I go out to an event or if I'm just out in public and I don't have any friend with me and there's someone there, I can just strike up a conversation with the person and we talk about something and we share laughs here and there, information, stories and all that, and we say our goodbyes. That doesn't mean I'm friends with the person. Chances are I won't even recognize the person if I see the person the next day, and if they say, hey, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not trying to be rude, but let's be realistic. So I would say after like the following day, I don't want you to start messaging me in the morning like we're friends already. It has to be another strategic DM as well. It could be you sending a meme, maybe based on what we previously talked about yesterday. You're like, oh, I remember what you said about, you know, this is what I just saw. Do you get what I mean? And I would say that don't be too early to message them after the previous conversation, but don't be too late so that they don't forget you, because obviously you've left an impression. You know, you've left an impression about yourself, and they are, you know, they liked where the conversation went to. But you don't want to overly push things so that it doesn't look like you're being too forward. At the same time, you don't want to be too late so they don't forget about you. I think that if you've spoken for the second time or maybe the third time and you like where the conversation is going, then you can ask for a number. I won't advise you to ask for a number the first time you talk to somebody and the conversation seems sweet. No. Unless they really, really like to talk to you, they will probably give you their number. But trust me talking to you at that time doesn't mean that we are friends and I'm comfortable with giving you my number. So if you ask them for the WhatsApp number or the phone number and they're like, yeah, sure, yeah, you can add me and we can, you know, take this conversation there and talk more. Guy or girl, I owe you a beer. Text me, message me, and I will send you a beer for you. Show me proof that you follow this and you got the person, and I owe you a beer. And if you didn't get the person, like, it's fine. You should also bear in mind that the fact that they've messaged you on, you know, they've agreed to give their number out, does not mean they want to date you. Okay, and don't start forcing people to do what they don't want to do. You never say no to you, fair enough, just exit yourself. Do you get what I mean? You know, whatever you guys have could just be a very beautiful friendship that's just about to, you know, grow and about to start. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, dating and all of that. So that's my advice to you about shooting your shots, my dear. Shoot, especially this lockdown period. You know, people are not really going out. Well, as for me, you know, there are not much events happening, so it's really hard to like meet people in person at this period. Like especially in Nigeria, like dating in Nigeria is just the hardest thing ever. I feel like it's the hardest thing ever. You know, dating the right person and dating right, because I don't know, some people have some kind of thinking in this part of the world. I'm not trying to shade anybody or come for any particular gender. I'm not coming for any particular gender, but I just know that they have a very weird way of thinking. So obviously, like with the whole lockdown situation and with the pandemic, it has, you know, the dating scene is now, you know, people now date virtually, people now date online. Even though people have always dated online, I feel like that's just what's going to be the reality of things now. You know, it'll be easier to like meet people, because you can't say you won't date. Well, I can't say I won't date. I'm just saying, you know, this is opportunity to like meet people and say hello online, make friends, and eventually when it's safe to like meet people in person, obviously like in public places and all of that. But anyways, don't be deterred from shooting your shots. Be confident, shoot your shot. Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? A no, and you move on. You're a catch, you're a beautiful person, you're enough, you're more than enough, you're great. You know, if that person says no to you, that's fine. They're lost. They're also great, and they'll meet whoever they want to meet. You meet another equally great person as you are, and everything will gel, it will click, and you will love it. So that's the end of my video. Please drop me your comments. Let me know what you think about shooting your shot and how to shoot your shot correctly. And also, like, tell me about your experiences, you know, about people who have shot their shots, who have shot their shots wrongly in your DMs, and how you ignored them or how you replied to anyone. Let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, make me happy by subscribing to this channel. And yeah, go check out my other videos. I'm going to put up some links to some of them, so go check them out and let me know what you think. Like this video as well, share this video as well, and I'm going to see you in my next video. And I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.